Hey guys, it's Team Oven, and we're here with Evan. And what'd you do this weekend?
I got a top 32 at LA Regionals, 32nd place.
Nice,
But
nice. And what'd you play?
I played like the most generic deck of the format, Zoo. It was cool though.
Okay, and you got some spicy text in there or what?
Yeah, sort of. I figured, like, I think we were all kind of planning on like the 60 card grass decks to be played a lot because like Ghost Ash is like out like this Saturday, so like yeah. And I only ended up playing like two, but yeah. Guess we'll just get right into it.
Okay.
For the main deck, we play best card in the game. Legit, there was a couple matches I like just wouldn't have won if I hadn't like going second if I hadn't just like ripped this off the top. And of course, the one and only, the loyal, is always there for you.
Taco Tom.
Oh yeah. Three Whiptail. This honestly like okay, so Whiptail, two Rat, two Thoroughblade, and then one Ram. But like these two like honestly are kind of just better than Rat just because they have attack points. Cause like this deck kind of it can apply pressure through cards like Dryden with like Disruption, but you can't really like threaten game without cards like this. And another one I'll show you in a second. But Ram was really cool actually. Like the floating effect came up a lot, especially with
Nice.
Barrage to bring stuff back and help get the extra level 4 on board for a rank 4. So I played one Brotherhood of the Firefist Bear. I guess this is like pretty standard.
Look at that bear. Look at that
Double
tie.
T German first.
Oh, German, my bad.
That's right.
All right.
But this card is like actually really good in Zoo, especially in like the mirror match and against Paleo. Since it like the effect to search tanky activates in the damage step, they can't like Ghost Ogre and anything. So there was a couple games where like the dude would try and like Ghost Ogre or like Valor and like it's damage step, you can't stop it. It's also really helpful for like clearing boards, like against the Dino deck. They if you can like bait their Logia and then like a lot of times, like even like under barrier, like they'd have like barrier Logia. I'd bait out the Logia with a spell or something, and then just like summon this or like Tenki for this, pop the Logia, attack, you like get another card, and like I haven't lost like any tempo, and the like barrier just almost doesn't matter at that point. I was originally playing more hand traps than just these three. I was playing two Ghost Ogres as well, and I think that would have been better, but last minute I cut them to play the stuff like the Fusion Sub combo. This is like 44 cards, by the way, because I didn't know what to cut.
Yeah.
And I mean, these are all just good cards, so I figured why not. Also, you should be drawing the Takatom Warriors and this guy less with more cards, but of course you still draw them all the time. Good cards, more good cards. I don't know why people don't play 3 Instant Fusion, because like legit, this cards like Instant Fusion, Terror Top, and such, they allow you to like play through back row instead of using a card like Twin Twister. It's like I don't know how to explain it like perfectly, but like with Twin Twister, you're like trading 2 cards for like the 2 back row, but Instant Fusion, you can like trade it for a back row, or you trade like your Rat for a back row, and then you just Instant Fusion it back, and then just keep going. I played Fusion Sub, of course. I only played one, which was definitely like wrong. I didn't realize that until like round like 7, which was my only like technically my only loss, because I had like 2 draws. But he was playing the 2 Fusion Subs, and it's just way better than the one.
Mm-hmm.
The one is just kind of underwhelming if you play it at all. I honestly I don't like it, but it's kind of mandatory.
Like if you play it, you have to play too.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
But I think you should play more than 40 if you're playing it, because like you like dead drawing these is so bad. Black Sheep like not so much, because like you can search it, but like for some reason whenever I see this, it's with Black Sheep. So Book of Moon, I was like I said before, I think I was originally playing like 45, and I had like 3 twins in the main deck. But when I was like cutting everything down, I got it to like 42, and I had a book in there, and it just didn't come out because the book it's good going second. It's a trap going first, and it baits problem cards like Logia and Dryden and stuff going second. It was good. Geki, of course. I should have played more board wipes. I think the biggest mistake I made was not maining 2 Dark Holes and 2 My Body as a shield. Because like every time I would make any kind of board that was real, they would just like Raigeki it and it's just gone. Like yeah. Really, the deck hasn't changed too much. And the last spell card was like super cool. I played 1 copy of Fire Formation Tensu. to kind of pair with the bear and such, because there's just a lot of some of the Fire Fist cards just randomly, or not randomly I guess, but just have like so much synergy with the zoo stuff. Like getting like extra normal summons is actually pretty relevant because that'll trigger like Rat's effect to like foolish stuff, to foolish combo. But like I said, like I was talking about earlier with like bear underneath a barrier, it just lets you like do more. It also gives you just another play going second. And if it sticks too, like it's like kind of like a brilliant fusion except it's searchable. Um, what was I gonna say? It just gives you another play going second. There was a guy who's playing dinos, I think, he was like 30, like third, like right behind me. But in like game 3, he left this on my board after breaking my initial board of like Dryden Invoker Emerald. And like as soon as like my turn starts, I'm like, okay, extra normal bear, and he's like he just like the game was over. For traps, I decided to play like a lot of trap cards because I thought the Infernoid or like 60 card decks would be really good. And I think like the only way to stop those is kind of like floodgate them out, or even decks or like the mirror match, of course, like traps just blow it out. I mean, that's what makes this deck good is you just need like 1 or 2 cards and a bunch of traps. All right, 3 barrier, of course, 3 strikes, pretty standard. So I played 2 Lost Wind as well.
Okay.
I think I should have probably kept it at 3 because it's just great against everything. It's cool against the dinos because Miscellaneous Source doesn't protect them in the battle phase, which is really important, which is why I played 2 Storm Mirror Force. I don't know if like regular Mirror Force would have been better, but mainly because this is like kind of meh again in the mirror because you don't want to like give them the stuff back to their extra deck. You want to make them waste the resources. But just some kind of Mirror Force. I don't think Quaking would be very good because it's kind of hard for you to get over big fields like that are face down because Dryden can't pop them. So you kind of have to go through them like one by one with Whiptails. But yeah, Mirror Forces are for sure really good. I should have lost the second draw I had. I should have lost to him, but he was playing Paleos and like game 1 took forever and it went into time, and then I lost, and then game 2 went into time, and he like overextended. He made like the Enamala Karis or something, and then he popped my Broad Bull instead of popping my 1 set back row, and he attacked with Opabina wasn't an attack. It was like an Enamel Karis, and there was like a Paleo in attack mode, and just like bounced them back, and I was able to win through damage, which is a big thing. I played Imperial Order. I don't see like why you wouldn't put this in your main decks. This card is just legit auto win against a lot of stuff this format, especially the Infernoid deck or the grass decks, because like their spell cards are like the real power cards, and if you stop them, the deck really just can't play. And then the combo. Shout out to Team Woman. So I thought when I was like starting to play Zoo again, I was thinking about it in terms of like resources, in terms of grind game, because it's kind of a trap heavy format, like trap and hand trap heavy. So the resources don't come from like the main deck or anything. The resources come from the extra deck. So I decided to just like max out on like the good Zoo stuff. So like 3 Trident, 3 Bull, and then 2 of the other 2. And this came up like legit 2 games of every match. For sure Trident came up all the time. The 3rd Broad Bull came up sometimes when like the fusion sub combo would get stopped, or like I'd summon one to, because sometimes like if you open like just like a Whiptail, a Thoroughblade, and like back row, like honestly like that's not a bad play. Just like Borbo into Broad Bull, like search like a Whiptail or a Rat, and then just put Dryden on top of it. There are even some games where I would have like Tenki and then like Ram in my hand, and instead of just going for a Rat and like trying to do something, I would just summon the Ram and just make a Trident that was big and set what back row I had, and it would just like get you there. Like that's all you need. Like you don't like need to make a huge board and like plus super hard. It's just Trident is just so good. Having the 3rd one came up a lot. There was actually the round 1, which is where I got my first draw, was because I went through all 3 of my Tridents, and he had put my Zodiac combo back into the deck and like Raigeki'd my board, and I had like 2 Rats on. Like essentially, I had no way of getting combo back in the graveyard, and I couldn't recycle my Trident, so I couldn't like overlay it on top and like pop. I think I had like no cards in hand. He had like an Omega that I needed to pop, and I just needed to attack him for a game, but like I couldn't. and so I ended up losing, and then and then game two went into time. Two Emerald, of course, this is mandatory. Invoker and Norden. It's kind of honestly, it's kind of dangerous playing these two with the Lithosagem dude running around.
Yeah.
Like I know you were like ripping like these two out of the like these are just like gone, and like
Yeah,
with one
literally
Emerald,
this
like,
trio right here is just like
yeah, these guys are pretty important. But it's like Terror Top and Instant Fusion are just too good not to play.
Yeah.
You just kind of have to take the risk. You just honestly like that True King card is really really tough to deal with because the only like solid out is like Strike. Or like Warning, I guess. But
even then, it just reveals in hand. There's no cost for it. So
yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
And the way they ruled it with like my body, my body is kind of decent against that because if they have one card in hand and the Lithosage when they activate it, you can like my body it and stop it. But
yeah.
for the last card in the extra deck, I played a Tiger King because like I said, the Fire Fist cards just synergize really well with all the zoo stuff. He lets you like extend your fusion sub combos. He gains the effects of the Zodiacs when they're underneath him, so he gets piercing from Thoroughblade, banishes stuff. He can summon rats out of the deck, which is just funny.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, that's pretty cool.
but the biggest thing is he's the best way to get the Tensu out of your deck to like normal summon again. Just like he lets you kill people.
He puts you way too far ahead.
Yeah, you just get lots of cards for no reason.
Yeah, and then just the other effect too is pretty relevant. I feel like
it's all right.
Yeah.
It's mainly most of the time when I would use it, it would be to put the material in the graveyard to get back with Norden or something,
Okay.
or Tiger Mortar. Like honestly, I think Tiger Mortar is really underrated because being able to like go into these two and have like a material to use their effect means your Trident will be at least like 2/8 if you have like access to like the Thoroughblade, and then this gets you Whiptail. So it just makes them really big, really big. And again, detaching from Tiger King would be really important to make him big. Actually, round two against Mermels, he won the die roll and he went first, and he like messed up his combo, and so he had to like pass to me without any like disruption really. And then my hand was just insane. It was like Instant Fusion, Terror Top, Tenki, and then I think it was something else, but I was able to pass turn with Tiger King, Invoker, Trident. That was like it was like super big. It was like 4K or something, and then Bear and Emerald. And I drew like a couple cards. And if I was smart and detached the Norden from the Emerald, I drew the Black Sheep off the combo. If I was smart and detached the Norden, I could have kept drawing cards, but I'm an idiot. So yeah. The side deck honestly kind of sucked because I was originally playing like Kaijus beforehand, but then I ended up cutting them last minute because I figured there's nothing that they at least this format that they excel against like specifically. Like they're not like mandatory. Like next format for sure. Like you can't go. I'm gonna main them, but so when I took out the Kaijus, it kind of like threw off the ratios, and so I just like randomly threw stuff in. But yeah, I think most of it was pretty good though, because Retaliating Sea is actually just broken in the mirror match. Nobody Retaliating Sea'd me all day, which I think is stupid because like when you go first and do the zoo combo, like this will, you can't out it, and then like this plus Barrage is insane. Even if they don't like do anything like that, just normal summoning this and activating Barrage puts so much pressure on your opponent because like they can't, like having Maxi and Rat combo is like just game. Like if you're playing right, yeah. This card's really really good, and the supers are pretty. This card should have been super, but this was mainly just for the Infernoid stuff. Like I said, it just seems more versatile. These are also both of these are good against Invoked, which I played. I played like 2 Invoked decks, and but if you just chain either one of these to Invocation, like they lose. Like this honestly might be worse because they just lose the Invocation permanently. With this, they can still get back in the game, but yeah. And like I said, Maxi. So shout outs to Miles because he's the one who like kind of turned us on to how good Soul Release was against the 60 card decks, because like Snow is like the one card like you just can't play through. Like in the Infernoids, like you sort of can with like depending on how many like combo cards you open up with, or like how many board wipes, or if you open a board wipe, or Kaijus, you can play through their stuff. But like Snow, just it doesn't matter like what you draw. Like Snow will just ruin you. And this just baits the Snow. You just activate it, target the Snow, and then the important cards in their graveyard, like if they have Anunkus or Deviatis or whatever, you target those. And they're either, and if they're stupid, they let it resolve and they just lose all their cards. or they have to chain the snow and then banish those cards you targeted with this in order to not like lose a bunch of value off it. But either way, like you're baiting the snow so that you can like whiptail banish it. Oh yeah, and if they have 2 snows, it gets rid of them too. It doesn't matter how many they have; you just target them all. This card's really really good. I should have played 3 actually, because I never saw it against my 60 card matchups. I sided 2 more dark holes because originally I was playing like 2 slumber then 3 kaijus, and so I just took them out for these.
So in the future, just main deck those, or it'll change.
Or after Maximum Crisis, like everything changes. I think you almost like Raigeki and then like 2 Gamma Seal. I think is good because you just have to be able to out the masterpiece, or else like the game's over. I sided the 3rd Twin Twister. So I can't remember what round it was. It was like round 6 or something. I played against this dude playing like 60 card Paleo, and like after like game one took it forever, like I said, and like he won. But after game 1, I like kind of looked at my side deck and realized like, oh wait, like that's what was wrong. I don't have any Denkos or Decrees or anything in here. Like legit, this is the only thing I have for Paleo, and I mean I think I should have lost the match anyways because like he went first and he had like Card of Demise and stuff, and so like he just had way too much advantage. But either like the only way to like beat that deck really is to like just lock it down and just not let it play. I was also thinking that 60 card decks would be really prevalent here, and anti spell is just another really good card against them. Just not letting them activate spells, like I said before, is just really good. If you have like this plus Trident, they have to have like 2 ways to out it, which is just almost impossible. And they're playing 60 cards too, so like the likelihood of that happening is just so low. When it does, it's like whatever, like you have it. And then the last card was Torrential because, like I said, I was trying to like decide to put in stuff last minute, and I just kind of wanted like generic going first stuff. It never really was too great. Probably should have just been more Paleo hate because that's a really hard matchup.
Yeah.
Especially pre-Maximum Crisis. Yeah, that's everything. So.
All right. This is Team Oven signing out.